Hey, what's going on, guys? Wanted to come back on here with a quick little video today. A little tired, but um, I wanted to give y'all guys a little bit of gems that I drop all the time. um, but I want to talk a little bit of something a little bit different. Actually, got a little bit to do with the state of the economy right now. Forgot my water. Good Lord. But anyway, I'm be licking a lot. I'm just silly. But anyway, a little bit serious, serious topic that we talking about today. Actually, I've been looking on YouTube quite a bit, and I've been looking at quite a few people getting laid off. It's been like massive layoffs. Every time I look going down my timeline, somebody getting laid off a little bit, and definitely unfortunate. People working jobs pretty much all their life, especially if you right around my age in your 50 area, like I am. And yeah, I'm just looking at a lot of people saying being over a certain age, you can get aged out of your profession. So I mean, that's why I'm coming on a little bit, just to give a little bit of just a little bit of my opinion on this particular topic. So, I've been watching people, I guess, federal workers, fortunately, tech workers, just people in all type of genres, where they have built their professions, did everything society told them to do: go to school, which that's the era I'm raised in. Go to school. We looked at our parents. Parents worked, even though during our parents' time, you didn't really have to go to school during their era. They can graduate. Didn't even really have to. They could drop out of school and still go get a good job and work in a factory or a plant or something, and they could retire after 30, 35 years of working. Then our generation started coming up, and my generation X started coming up. Well, we were kind of taught a little bit, still a little bit around during our parents' era that bled into us a little bit. Still can go get you a little job after high school and maybe go to a plant or something like that, and you still can get on. Or we had so many things. You can go to the service and go to service for 5 years, 4 years, 10 years, and or some people did 20 and retired. Or you just went to college, got you a degree, came out, went to go work for corporate America, which was in that era, which was, you go to corporate America, you was pretty much guaranteed. If you went to college, you was pretty much 90% guaranteed that you had a great career. I mean, not no bogus career. You had a really good paying job at that time going to school. Well, fast forward a little bit, those times are slowly dying, where the gold watches, the retirements, and things of that nature are kind of going out the window. Meaning, people got pensions, which, probably on the tail end of our generation, some people still got them. But there's a lot of people that don't have them, got rid of them. So, we didn't really get hit with entrepreneurship in our generation. And if you're fortunate, you have people around you and you were educated like that. Remember, we didn't have social media, so we didn't get a chance to get the nuggets that these young people get today. So we pretty much had to go work for people and build up a business and things of that nature. So, and then if you were fortunate, you learned other skills. And I was kind of fortunate in my era, where I got a chance to learn a skill. I got a chance to learn a life skill, where I did, of course, everybody know I did door to door sales. And at the time, it's so funny because I'm just thinking about that era. And at the time when I got in it 30 years ago, I remember I told my mom I was having some issues with my manager at the company. And my mom said, Dion, you quit and go get you a real job. And I looked at my mom like, really? you know, I thought I was making real job money at the time, but I guess my mom seen how much time I had and what I was doing, and I wasn't working a full-time job. So she couldn't really computer rate in her head that that was normal to her. And I'm so glad that I just kept pushing in my profession. And my mom just didn't believe in me at first. Let's say that, okay? Because just like I said, it wasn't the norm. But just to piggyback a little bit off of what's going on today about, people getting aged out, being a certain age and trying to, now they got to get back out here after working for a company for 20 years, 25. I done seen people work 24 years. I mean, just before they can probably retire from that company. And they letting them go. Federal workers, almost 30 years, they letting them go. And some of these people not even 55 or even 60. So guess what? You still got to go out and work. You still got to be able to go out and provide. These people got mortgage payments, car notes, still got children living at home. Some of these people raising grandkids that live with them. So, I mean, and you talking about they don't have income coming in? I mean, it's not cool. So, I'm so glad that I was able to get in a profession where I became the employer, meaning I had a life skill. I had a life skill where I made myself a 100% professional by doing door-to-door sales. And it's so crazy because the era that I came in, we came up as gentlemen, meaning we had to dress a certain way. I think they're a little bit more casual today, but we wore ties. We wore nice shoes, pants, had to be pressed and ironed, shirts had to be nice. We had to be really educated about our product and service. And I'm not saying that they're not doing that today, but I don't see as many clean-cut individuals like I used to. So we were brought up in a different era. But I say this, the great thing about what I do for a living, where I got into direct sales, I got into a career where I can go anywhere and take my life skill. Because I don't have to ask an employer, can I come work for you? I actually tell an employer that this is what I can do. Now, guess what? They don't want to hire me. They don't want to hire me. I'm okay with that. Somebody gonna hire me, because at the end of the day, sales is what make the business prosper. That's what make things go. And that's why in today's society, a lot of reasons why people are getting let go at their companies is because their product is not moving. It's not selling. And when the product is not selling, it brings slow money in the building. And that makes people not get paid on time. Or it makes people look at the books and say, hey, we got to cut here, we got to cut there, because profits is not up. So my being in the industry and be able to bring in sales and be able to make my company prosper, it makes me not a liability. So, you know what I'm saying? I enhance the company and with bringing in sales. So I was just fortunate, guys, to really have a chance to have a skill where I can do it basically for the rest of my life. I'm blessed. Um, and I'm on the verge of trying to train people and bring people into the industry. Now, guess what? One thing about sales, it's not for everybody. It won't never be for everybody. A lot of people say they can't sell, but if you look at it at the end of the day, you're selling all the time. You're selling your kids on why they got to do this. You're selling your employer why he need to do this for you. I mean, we all in sales at some capacity, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, excuse me, controlling your own destiny is the way to go. So I'm just putting it on younger people today. You don't have to do direct sales like I do, but I would tell somebody to get into some type of sales capacity. Something where you're marketable. Something where you can go out and be able to bring things to a company and you dictating what you want. Basically being a free agent and talking about what you want. And you will always be able to be employable. So I'm just saying, unfortunately, and not to any of the other people that got laid off, that's, being in the situation that they're in, that's not their fault. That's not their fault. But the economy kind of controlled their fate. And their fate was, getting laid off or get fired or whatever it might have been. I'm just blessed that I listened to my inner head and I kept pushing on because I was making great money for a long, long time. And I knew I had something special and I'm glad I stuck with it. So I just wanted to just give a little bit of nuggets to, especially young people coming up today. I just would tell them, hey, go to school. If you go to school, just go to school somewhere where you can kind of be marketable. Something you can kind of control your destiny. Because just like I said, sales is not for everybody. Everybody not going to be successful in my field. But you can be somewhere where you could be marketable. And I don't know what those life skills would be. Like maybe fire. I mean, fire is always going to happen. Firemen. You're always going to need to protect and serve, which is police officers. Doctors is never going to go nowhere. People get sick all the time. Salespeople not going to never go nowhere. You got to be able to sell a product and service. I don't care if it's a car, house, whatever it might be. You're going to always have a product and service to offer to the public. So hair and nails. People going to want always beauty products. People always going to want to look good. So I'm just saying in certain capacities, you just want to be in industries where people can't come to you and say, hey, it's over. It's the end. And guess what? Even if you're making less money, it's okay. But you got a career that's going to be able, you can build over time, and you ain't got to look over your shoulder and just hope you don't lose your career, your job you work so hard for. So, just young people today, just choose wisely, and keep pushing. That you guys gonna be fine. But just wanted to put that out there for you guys today. Appreciate you guys. Things gonna get better for the 50 and up. Companies still need you guys. Y'all not old at all. We still can work, believe me. But I'm praying, and good luck to you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next video.